Everyone turned when the sharp rip echoed through the hallway, and silence followed. Miss Emily Carter stood frozen, her cream-colored silk blouse torn wide at the back, humiliation blooming across her face like wildfire. Laughter erupted from a group of boys. At that moment, the youngest teacher at Riverview High realized she was no longer in a classroom, she was in a battlefield. Emily was just 24, fresh out of university, with a master's in literature and fire in her soul. She had dreams of lighting minds, changing lives, and making students fall in love with words the way she had. But Riverview's halls held a darkness she hadn't expected, a group of senior boys who ruled the school with mockery and cruelty. And today, they made her their target. The ringleader, Brandon, smirked smugly. He was the son of Alan Price, a powerful executive in a firm Emily knew all too well, her company. What none of them knew was that teaching wasn't her only job. Emily had founded a digital marketing agency during her college years, Carter & Company, and now, it employed over 200 people, including some of the very parents who sent their children to torment her. That day, Emily didn't cry. She walked out of the hallway with torn silk and lifted chin. But inside, her heart screamed. She locked herself in the teacher's lounge and stared at her reflection, the torn fabric, the bruised ego, the betrayal of her trust in this place. But she wiped her tears quickly, remembering her grandmother's words, "Power is quiet, child. You don't shout it, you show it." The next day, she returned, not as a victim, but as a storm in heels. She filed a formal complaint with the school administration. Predictably, they brushed it off. "Boys will be boys," said Principal Green with a tired sigh. "Just teenagers being immature." Emily smiled politely. "Understood," she said, but her mind had already made another plan. She spent the next 2 nights poring over employee records from Carter & Company. Her assistant confirmed it, Alan Price, Mike Rutherford, and Shane Dawson, all top-level employees with high salaries and big egos, were the fathers of Brandon, Kyle, and Nate. The same boys who had mocked, harassed, and now assaulted her. On Monday morning, the boys strutted into class, laughing as if nothing had happened. But Emily didn't flinch. At noon, she made a quiet call to HR. Within 2 hours, the 3 men were summoned to a video conference. Emily's face appeared on screen. "Gentlemen," she said, her voice calm but cutting. "Due to recent incidents involving your children and violations of our company's code of ethics, I'm afraid your contracts are terminated effective immediately." They were speechless. Alan tried to protest, voice rising. "You can't hold us responsible for." "Legally, I can," she interrupted. "Our company policy includes a clause on personal conduct, and your household behavior reflects on our brand. You raised them. Now, you can face the consequences with them." By evening, the boys were in tears in the principal's office, their confident swagger gone. Their parents were outside, jobless, embarrassed, and fuming. But Emily didn't stop there. She addressed the school board with video footage from the hallway. A kind janitor had caught everything on security cam. This time, the board had no choice. The boys were suspended indefinitely. Counseling was mandated, and an anti-bullying policy was implemented across the school. Weeks passed. Emily stayed. She taught. She smiled again. She laughed with students who respected her. Some parents even sent her flowers with apology notes. One of the former bullies, Kyle, came to her quietly one afternoon. "My dad's looking for work now," he said. He said, "I ruined his life." Emily looked at him, not with anger, but sadness. "No, Kyle," she said softly. "He ruined yours by never teaching you respect." Her words stayed with him. By the end of the semester, Kyle was volunteering at the school library. Brandon never came back. Nate transferred. Emily continued to teach not just literature, but strength, grace, and consequence.